So 2018 is coming to an end, and I'm here in my old room. If you guys have been watching my videos since like I think 2016 is when I moved out, but yeah, this is my old room now. It's my sister's room. So today we wanted to talk to you guys about glowing up and how to glow up for the new year, things that you can do to really reflect and just go into the new year with more of a bad bitch attitude. So how has 2018 been for you?
It's been a learning experience and finding out what works for you and what doesn't.
100% same. I would say I have a lot of regrets, but everything's a learning experience.
Just being mindful and like going into the new year, keeping in mind everything that you've learned in the past year.
Exactly. So my sister's 3 years younger than me. She's 17 and still in high school. So what are some things that you are going to be doing to kind of prepare for school and like your academic career? Like, how are you going to glow up educationally?
The first year that I've actually learned how to study, and it's the best year I've done grade-wise, and it's just staying organized and like I have a planner and I'll have a list of like everything that I need to do. Basically just organization and like knowing what you need to do.
Yeah, I would say even for me not being in school, just being self-employed and I guess living the adult lifestyle, getting in the habit earlier of having a planner, updating it regularly, updating your iCal or like your phone calendar, it's gonna make your adult life a lot easier.
Having a planner has changed my life. Like in like Google Calendar, we have a family calendar that we use and it just is so much better.
Yeah, 100%. If you feel not so organized sometimes, you know, use this reminder as a kickstart. Another thing I think is really important is having a good skincare routine, which is something I know that I talk about a lot. If you don't have one, or you know, maybe your skin's acting up a little right now, use this time to explore some new options, some new brands, products. I do think that this is a good time of year to like look at your old expired products or maybe look at what hasn't been working recently and switch it up.
It's like knowing your skin. Like if you have dry skin, that's something to keep in mind and that's something you should incorporate into your skincare routine, especially for the winter, like hydrating and making sure you have a good moisturizer. I think that's really important. That's something I've learned this year.
And I think also it's like even if you don't have acne right now or you've always had pretty good clear skin, you still have to think about anti-aging, and just because you have good skin now doesn't mean you're always going to have good skin.
Don't take that shit for granted, bitch.
Yeah, educating yourself on skincare and using preventative products and getting into those habits, you know, like wearing sunscreen every day. The earlier you start, the better your skin is going to be later on.
Something I've definitely learned this year is that it's okay to be alone. And like, you should look at the people that you are surrounding yourself with, and if you're just hanging out with someone because you feel lonely, it's like, what are they really doing to improve your life?
Yeah, that goes for relationships and friendships. I think I made a whole podcast about it, but it is better to be alone and learn how to be alone rather than looking for some temporary, you know, connection or feeling or something just because you were feeling sad.
If you're maybe in a group of friends and you just kind of feel obligated to hang out with them just because you always see them or something, and it's okay to like know that they aren't really doing anything for you. Maybe you could find someone who you connect with better.
Leaving all the old hoes back in 2018, that goes for friends, men. But yeah, definitely make this year about you and what you need. I feel like especially as women, I talked about this in my podcast, but we usually feel very obligated to sacrifice ourselves, our careers, our happiness for someone else's, like a man's usually. It is okay for you to put yourself first, even if maybe you feel guilty or someone's trying to manipulate you into feeling guilty about it. Like, it is okay to put yourself first and do what you want, and it's okay to say no to people, say no to plans.
Just looking at your goals, short-term and long-term, and looking at like even personal goals, like who you want to become, and looking at who is helping you achieve those or getting closer to those and who is holding you back.
And that doesn't mean you need to be friends with someone just because you like gain something out of it, but it should be a mutual exchange of energy and not just like someone is constantly taking from you and you feel so drained all the time, or you feel so obligated, or you feel bad if you have to say no. Like, we're leaving all of that shit in 2018.
Yeah, a healthy relationship is when the two people are equally helping each other move forward and like achieve their goals and grow.
Something that really helps me feel confident and cute is just feeling cute, doing things that make me look cute, and it just really does transform your attitude about yourself and your life. I know if I like use a lip gloss and get my nails done, I'm gonna just feel
automatically better.
Cuter.
I'm really into fashion and clothes, and I know that when I put on a cute outfit and like put the effort in, then it really just makes my whole day better.
So don't let randoms bring you down, especially if you're still in school and like you feel maybe kind of awkward, or like I don't want people to think I'm weird because I'm dressing different or I'm doing my makeup a certain way, because it is really easy to fall into that trap. Like a lot of locals just don't get it.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's fine, but it's like you want to do what makes you happy, not what makes other people comfortable.
Yeah, like just because you live in a small town that a lot of people don't get high fashion or something, it's just about like wearing what makes you personally feel good and what interests you.
I know I had a year of school, I think it was like 8th grade, where I loved wearing like not crazy stuff, but just like I was so into fashion and just like trying different things, and I would wear like 6-inch heels. I remember feeling super just like, this is me, this is what I'm doing, like I didn't care. And then the next year all I wore was like sweats and sweatshirts and like soccer shorts and sneakers, and like that was like fine.
As long as you feel good about it and it's what interests you, what you would rather be wearing, then go for it.
Yeah, whatever that may be. So yeah, bitch, do you, and don't give a fuck about any locals. Something I think is really important to do for the upcoming year is kind of a social media cleanse. So go through like who you're following on like Instagram, Twitter, maybe who you're even subscribed to, and just unfollow people that maybe trigger you, or you know, you find yourself comparing yourself to them. I really try to only follow people that like people I know, like people I'm friends with, or celebrities, or just people that I get inspiration from. You can get kind of like, why don't I look like that, or why don't I have that, or you get like jealous or triggered, and it's like you don't want to be seeing that, because I know we all spend a lot of time on social media.
It's really about being honest with yourself and like asking yourself, am I really following this person because they inspire me, or is it just because I want to be like them?
Yeah, because there's a difference.
Yeah, and it can be really toxic if you want to be like them, because like you're you.
Something else I would really recommend is working out, and I feel like everyone makes a New Year's resolution. If you're not already into fitness, I feel like a lot of people do make a resolution to work out more or to get in shape. There's always like a huge increase in people who go to the gym, and then by like February it declines. So I would say just find a way of working out, if you don't already have one, that you enjoy and that works for you. Really like doing ballet, find something that works for you. Like you don't need to just like do what everybody else is doing or go to the gym and feel like lost. Like,
yeah, because it's not just about working out, it's about fitness and just being healthy and active. So whether it's like going on runs, and a lot of people do go running just because they don't really know what else to do, but if you don't like running, don't feel like you have to like go on a run.
Yeah,
like find something that is enjoyable, because when you really find something that interests you, I've been doing ballet for 6 years, so
it's like not a 2-week thing.
Yeah.
Another thing that I'm really going to do more of is read more books. You guys know I love reading, especially because I'm not in school. I don't have that like, oh, I have to read, so it's like I like to read. I try to read books that actually interest me, and not just because I feel like I have to. I really like reading books about like social issues and sex and kind of like taboo subjects that we weren't really taught in school. I would say just find books that are going to be interesting to you, whether it's fiction or nonfiction or whatever, but there's always something you can learn and something, you know, that you can almost like gain out of reading if it interests you. Like if you don't care, then you're not going to care and you're not going to read.
Yeah, I think it's about continuing your education, keeping yourself sharp, I guess.
Something that I definitely want to do more of is journaling, because I feel like it's so fun to look back on and reflect, and it's so cool to see like where your head was or what you were thinking about during that period of your life. It's not like you have to do it every day, because it's like, okay, not that much changes like day to day in your life, but if you do it like even every month, or whenever you just feel something really intensely, whether it's positive or negative at the time, just writing it down, it's like so cool to look back on. If you go on a first date or you hang out with someone for the first time, like a friend or whatever, writing down the experience, like it literally,
I want to start doing that.
It's great, especially for first dates, because you like write down everything like good,
or, like your
red
first
flags,
like intuition about the person, and then you look back and see if you were right.
Yeah, it's like crazy. It just helps you glow up and like reflect on what you've learned and what you went through the past year. So that's pretty much all I have to say. I would say definitely leave a comment down below and let us know what your glow up goals are. What did you do to better yourself? What did you practice this past year that really helped you, and where do you want to do better this upcoming year? Follow us on Instagram. I will link them down below, and follow me on Twitter. Obviously subscribe, add me on Snapchat, and yeah, let me know if you want more videos with my sis. We don't really live close to each other anymore, so it's like rare, but sometimes we do see each other. So.
Yeah, sometimes.
Thanks for watching. Bye everyone. Let's do a thumb. Well, you have to say bye.
Bye.